10 minutes. All right. So, decisions. We always have so many decisions, right? Like life is a basket of decisions. I'm reminded of what Sister B always says. It's like, we walk around and we collect all these things, and then we get to choose like what stays in our basket and what we get rid of, and then decide on which ones we're going to use and choose from the basket. So, um, anything coming to mind for you as you think about what's in your basket and any decisions you want to make? Sister B, you narrowed in on your next two already. I love that.
Yeah, I'm visualizing how good it will feel once I have much of this complete.
Mm,
It's going to be a good feeling. It's kind of looming.
yeah, yeah. And choosing to like giving yourself grace, right? Around, okay, so what are the next three? And you're like, hey, I already have two picks, so I can start working on them. I don't necessarily, you don't have to
Hmm.
stick with three. You know exactly where you're going next. And then you can
Hmm.
choose that, take that next small step. I love the visualization too. What's coming to mind for you on what it's gonna feel like when
Freedom.
mm,
It
you
feels
oh
like freedom.
yeah, and then what are you gonna do with that newfound freedom? Visualize that.
Well, yeah, I'm going to enjoy some freedom time with the kiddos. Yeah, just some freedom time because it just feels like, oh, I can't give them my full attention with all this hanging out. So
Yeah, good,
yeah.
good, awesome. Amy, any thoughts coming to you on decision making for your week?
Um, yeah, I'm working on being really intentional with how I spend my time. Um, and really thinking about what would support me. So, sort of listening to Beth too with the three things, right, every day, so that it's like, okay, well, if I check those off, then that's it. Everything else is bonus. Instead of looking at the list and thinking,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Overwhelmed.
that's what. Do you guys both use your journal, your three things for the day, and yeah. I was doing that really good for a while, and it's not as good now. I have, but um, so but I love the whole three things, and then I always write in that last box. Usually what I do is I write in a B for my bonus, so that I'm really intentional about taking a bonus too, like something that I want to do. I mean, not that I don't want to do the other things, but I mean, some of them just like you have to do them, right? Like somebody overpaid me, so now I have to figure out how to refund her through QuickBooks. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've never done that before. So now I got to figure that out. So just little things like that I could put that on my list, and then it feels good to know I've made my client whole. Then you can celebrate that with the bonus. So
yeah, the
yeah.
journal helps me to break it into smaller chunks, or like I said, like those intentional things. Excuse me, it's Monday
Oh.
and I'm not awake yet, because this is what my calendar actually looks like. So when I look at my calendar, I'm like, oh, but then when I look at this, I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. It's just
Yeah.
little things.
Yeah.
It's like, so I have my calendar, which is just like, and it's good because I can look at the whole month. Um, but it can be a little overwhelming. So it helps me to break it down and then pull things in from my to-do list as well.
Mm. Yeah, I like how you're going from big and then chunking it up, right? So that's interesting to me because one of the things I do is I've stopped looking at my entire calendar because it does like, it's like, oh, there's just so much, right? And what I do is on my whiteboard, I write the big things for the month, like the really my big mile markers. So like um I'm doing a facilitation for a business on this date, and then I'm presenting for You Define Wellness on this date, and I have a retreat on this date. And I have, if I have a proposal due or something like that. So I really keep it really high level, like the end, like and then I use my calendar to put the more specifics. So sometimes in my journal, like, and I haven't done it yet for this week, but a lot of times in my intention section, I'll use it almost as like a to-do list, and then I move them into the days. And so trying to, see the big picture as less, and then the activities as what moves me towards those. So it's just, yeah, wow. Wow, just so interesting the different ways we can do it. And it's a mindset thing. So it's like what works for each of us individually, right?
Mhm.
And so it is 9 o'clock. I cannot believe it. So I'm going to stop this recording.